Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Oh, take that deep breath, babies. More things are going on this year, like politically and relationships when it's family or friendships or so called friendships and business trying to get the business and the writing, and I do have new writing up, so I'm excited. Is it the novel? No, yeah, but yeah, yeah. But anyways, yeah, take that deep breath, you know, exhale, exhale, exhale. Okay, now let's get that scorching hot, boiling, putty tea out. And if you like it cold, hold the ice because this ice in this country is acting a stupid hot mess with their poorly educated, bigoted, awful, terrible, dehumanizing ways. But that's just my opinion. But okay, yeah, we're gonna drag Anna Kasparian or Anna Klansman, in my opinion, a little more today, because listening to like Dr. Rashad Ritchie, it's like you can tell she does not listen to his channel. She does not listen to what he says and what is going on in this country because, yeah, it's like, especially after this last election, she just, and kind of suspicious with her, like right before the election, but 20, I think 2014 is when I started listening to them. I would have never guessed this. I don't think, like, she fooled me pretty well. Like, part of me, I'm just like, oh, yeah, and like, did she pay attention to the orange man? And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just really because, yeah, if she's been watching Rashad Ritchie, because even recently there are two stories that I've watched, especially that relates to Black Lives Matter with the police. Because when I think of Black Lives Matter, I think how we seem to not matter with the enforcement and law and stuff unless they're putting us in prison, unless they're finding a reason to find us guilty or to label us as violent or doing something illegal, even though it's like, even though sometimes to survive, like, there is, I think it was in Michigan, Detroit, where a woman, she started cooking and baking with her food stamps. And I understand both sides, like, because, yeah, I understand the hustle of it, because part of me, I'm just like, okay. Part of me feels like if she was, if she found a way to get herself out of the situation, I kind of feel like once she hit a certain number, then after that, you give her 90 days, like 90 days or 6 months, and then she's automatically off, whatever. Because it's like, okay, you have this much time. Now you're out. Like, see, you're on your own. You're independent. You're doing things on your own, blah, blah, blah. Because it's like with our country, when you're needing of assistance, they keep you there. Because even look at Meyer Walmart, if it, like, yeah, it's like we have some of these retail stores where they literally hire people who are on food stamps and they keep them on food stamps. They want to pay them just enough so that they are going to stay on hard times. And then they get tax credits and or money because they are so called helping the poor. hmm And even Black people owning businesses, like, we're not treated fairly whatsoever. And in entertainment and movies, oh, yeah, look at my Patreon because I'm posting a lot. Like, I did a lot of the dating nightmares. I still have more, but now I have so much river of racism, especially with The Little Mermaid. Oh, and Snow White, because you have the Hispanic community that all jumped up and down to vote for the orange man. Oh, the way that people try to like be racist towards your, yeah, yeah. I've got some of those. I got some of those too. And it's crazy because black women, we kept telling you, no one wanted to listen to us. No, some people, they still la 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 whatever, and it's just like, huh? Or I'm a Christian and God wants me to, and yes, even though they built a golden statue of him and everything, that just means like, oh my God, yeah, our country is getting dumber. We have so many poorly educated, ignorant bullies. We have people going around saying that we need to bully people so that they can act the way that they want them, or that so that the right can have them acting the way that they want them to act. Do you like, yeah, each one is a conservative, each one is a Republican, each one is on the right that's saying that they need to bully people. Yeah. But then they say that the Democrats are the toxic ones, that we're the mean ones, we're the evil ones, we're the vile ones. But then they're the ones getting caught in group texts with the N word and saying that they need to eliminate people either the strange fruit way or the Holocaust way, and saying so many awful, racist, bigoted, stupid, ignorant, hateful things, unchristianly things, but then they say they're Christians, and or they have their profile picture all either at the church or with a necklace with a cross on it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then when we say Black Lives Matter, they were so upset, even though, like, even the black woman who they left on child support, or not child support, they left on life support because she was pregnant. And they left her like until the baby came out, but now the baby has so many complications. But now they're forcing that onto the family members. Yeah, I say, yeah, make the state pay for it. The state made the law. The state, like, yeah, that was a state's choice. That was a state's choice. Yes, is it sad if the child? Yes, but at the same time, it's like the way they did, like, mm, they have never like done study. Like they were too. They were so scared. The hospital was so scared. But okay, I'm sorry. It's just on a tangent, but not on a tangent, because people are not realizing everything that's going around, especially the racism and the horrible treatment, especially black women get on a daily basis. How, like, even black women, they've been arrested for having miscarriages. But then it's like they blame women, but I'm finding out, I'm doing more research and finding out how even morning sickness, a lot of times that's because of the male specimen. That, yeah, it's like a lot of the things that the woman goes through, even cravings and things like that, a lot of that is because of the male specimen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you, like, with the miscarriage and a lot of the like birth defects and things like that, it's like the health of it. And but then all the time men can't wait to blame women, and especially with our political atmosphere, they can't wait to blame a black woman. And so now women are like, some women are nervous and scared to go to the hospital and say that they're pregnant, because if something goes wrong, it's like now they're going to need paperwork. They're going to need evidence that they didn't do it on purpose. How demented and stupid, like, we're really at that point. We're really at that point. And I just watched two stories. I'm going to put them in this episode. Those are going to be the main two. Yeah. Because part of me feels like if Anna doesn't pay attention to this, then no wonder she's talking all that garbage and stupid, idiotic ignorance out of her mouth. Because one of the stories, it's like, so like black people get pulled over, and I know this because this happened to me years ago. It's like the woman got pulled over and she was asking what's going on, what happened. And it's like her window is down in the video. You can see her window is pulled down. And the officer's like, get out the vehicle. And he's like, well, can you tell me why? And he's having attitudes like, no, you have to get out. Like, the officer should tell you why you're getting pulled over before you get, like, that's like, what sense does, like, you have no idea why you got pulled over, and now you're being asked to get out of the car and you have no idea why. And in the video, like, Dr. Ritchie was saying that it was because, like, the lights weren't, like, I guess the back lights weren't going on and off or whatever. And part of me, I'm like, all he had to say was that the brake lights weren't working. All it was like, and maybe even ask her about them and stuff. And if you've been listening to my channel, you will remember when the officer followed me 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Saw me on the expressway, followed me all down the expressway. Because, yeah, simply like, oh, just like, yeah, he saw you on the expressway. But no, like, the amount of time he was behind me on the expressway. We're talking several minutes. And then turning left and right every time I turned left, they turned left. And blocked me into my driveway. Blocked me so I couldn't go anywhere. But I was home. But then the officer kept asking me, like, why are you here? I'm like, I live here. You don't look like you live here. And then kept asking me the same type of questions, but rewording them. So, where's your residence? Where do you live? Why are you here? It's like, what's your address? Asked me questions for like over 20 minutes. And next thing I know, he said it was because of my brake lights. And I just got the oil change. Just got the oil change. And that guy did the checklist. Everything was working. Everything was good. The next morning, it's like, if you guys know, yeah, you already know he was lying. Everything worked just fine. But it's like, and I told this to Mr. No Heart's mother, and she was like, oh, he pulled you over because you're so beautiful. He needed an excuse to pull you over. But then Anna wants to talk about black women with disabilities. Yeah, I'm dragging her. Because I like, yeah. She wants to point my demographic out, my specific demographic out. Like, okay. But the way with this young lady in the video, the way they dragged her out, the way they pulled out her hair, and she had a black eye over lights. I don't know if they were malfunctioning or not. Like I don't know if they were or not. I don't know. I don't like. But either way, it's like, you're just tell her why. Why would she need to get out of the car over lights? Shouldn't you just give her a ticket? If it's something like that's just malfunctioning like that, aren't you just supposed to give a ticket? Oh, and see, and that's the other funny thing. I knew the guy was lying because he didn't give me anything. He didn't give me a ticket. He gave me nothing. And I'm just like, okay, so if they don't work, why? Like, cause yeah, I ended up like, when he left, I was crying in my car. Because I'm like, okay, you're not even gonna give me a ticket. You're not even gonna give me proof. Cause like, I was trying to, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, ask for his ID number and stuff like, but I didn't, because he kept asking the questions in different ways, and I'm just like, why is he doing this? What did I do wrong? And I'm emotional And I'm nervous and I'm scared because I'm just like, and especially when he said, "You don't look like you live here." I'm like, what am I supposed to look like? No one gave me the memo. What am I supposed to look like? But we all know what he meant by that. We all know. And even the other time, like I mean, I've told these stories, but with more details or whatever. But the insurance time, like, cause this. Remember when I was driving in Detroit and that guy was following me, and he kept saying that he was gonna follow me to my house if I didn't give him my number, and how he was gonna get me one way or another. Like, but he kept saying that he wanted to sleep with me. I'm like, I don't want to sleep with you. Get away from me. And yeah, he's yelling this out of the car. And I'm like, how did the cop not notice this? And so there was a light where it was yellow. It was like, yes, it was close, but I'm like, oh, I need to get past this yellow light. I need to get away from this man because he's following me every light. And while we're driving, he's yelling out that he's going to try to get me. It's like, if that's not threatening. And so next thing I know, the police officer pulls me over and yells at me, has attitude with me. And I'm like, didn't you hear that? Didn't you see what I was going through? It's like the guy said he was going to follow me home. You didn't hear that? And he didn't care. And so he's asking me for my information. And I'm shaking. I'm nervous. I'm like crying. Because I'm like, okay, I don't know if this guy is now pulled over down the street waiting for me to get home. Now you've given him more of a way to follow me. And that's one reason why after I went to either the KFC or Taco Bell, like, because they're like, I did some of my homework for my first master's, like, because yeah, this was in Detroit or whatever. And sometimes I would study at a specific KFC or Taco Bell. And yeah, it's like at each one, like, and oh yeah, one of the guys, like, he was kind of a muscular guy. Like, I'm so like, yeah, he was working there that night too. I was so thankful, but I couldn't find my insurance. I'm insured, but I couldn't find it. And like, the police officer wouldn't even check in the system. He did none of that. And he told me, I don't have time. He's like, I'm going to give you a ticket. And he'd start laughing and he was just making fun. I'm like, you didn't hear any of that. You didn't hear, like, this guy said he's going to follow me home and get my body. And like, you didn't hear any of that. Like, no, I don't have time. Give me a ticket. So I'm like, yeah, after I was at I think I was at the KFC, like after I left, what, it doesn't matter which one. But I got back to the house a couple hours later. I remember I got in the room and I was bawling, crying, because I opened up my wallet and my insurance was right there, right in front of my eyes. But then I went to the court, sure did. And when the judge, it's like, yeah, it's like the judge was asking for her information or whatever. So I put my insurance in there because I'm like, boom, I got it. It was registration or insurance, either way. But I gave him all three. Like, I was like, yeah, this is everything he asked for. And when the judge saw like, the judge was like, what? So you have everything. Why in the world did you get pulled over? And I like, oh, my officer was in there too. I looked right at him. I'm like, he said he didn't have time. And the judge was like, oh, is that right? Yeah. I was like, I was being harassed on the street, but yeah, the judge didn't want to hear all that. So, but I'm just like, the judge, like, you guys should know what your officers are doing. The judges, you need to know how police officers are pulling us over. Even though, like, this guy was literally yelling out, like, and I did not run a red light. It was yellow. I did the safest thing because this guy told me he's gonna follow me home. So, but I guess I'd rather get a ticket than be on the nightly news for being eliminated or the R word or whatever. It's like, because this guy was followed, like, he followed me for over five, like, light after light after light, because this is a street where there are so many lights. And I was not far from my sister's house, so I was still trying to figure out where I was trying to go while trying to like figure out ways to lose him. I was so like, and I was nervous on, okay, so if I go to the McDonald's to hide or the KFC to hide or whatever, will he follow me there? Because I don't want to start any drama there, but I don't want to go home yet. So it's like all of these things are going on in my mind. But then the other story that I just saw with Rashad Richie, disabled couple, this got my, this hit hard because the other story, I wasn't diagnosed yet. I had pain in my knees, but it wasn't severe or as severe because it did hurt. Ooh, it did hurt. But there's a disabled couple, an elderly couple. They were driving and they got pulled over mistakenly because their insurance didn't work or wasn't registered, but they had insurance. But this officer didn't have time, just like mine. And I just wonder, do they not have time because we're black? I mean, if I was white, would they have had enough time? Would they had listened or understood? Hmm. But they told their vehicle, disabled couple. The husband is in a wheelchair with an amputated leg and lost toes on the other leg. But yeah, towed their vehicle and left them. And when they asked, what are we supposed to do? Because it was like 51 degrees outside, 3 a.m. at night. I don't know what heartless, awful, terrible, despicable, vile human being is like. If it was on a Sunday night, I would have been like, did you just go to church? If it was a Saturday, like, or yeah, did you just, are you going to church in the morning? Where are you going? What are you doing? Because if you're going to praise God, you left that elderly couple and told them that they either had to get an Uber or call family or call somebody they know. But part of me feels like I, with everybody I know, like I know people who they haven't had insurance. They get pulled over, they get a ticket. They don't get towed or anything. But how come this couple got towed? How come, like, and they got left 3 a.m.? The officer had no problem helping the guy out of the vehicle so that he could get his car towed. I mean, so yeah, when I say black, because I'll never forget when my ex's mom and his older sister, you're racist because you're with Black Lives Matter. That's racist. Do you know how racist that is? Do you know? And like they kept just saying how I'm racist. And I'm like, what? Because Black Lives Matter? Because when I tell you about the times I got pulled over, you told me it's because you're so pretty. The officers needed a reason. Or why would the cops say that you don't look like you live where you live? It's like, oh, I doubt that. I doubt they said that. And that's kind of a funny story too. Cause like, yeah, that's one reason why my ex refused to come over to the house. Yeah. Things like over time, the pieces were all coming together. Yeah. Oh, he's part bigot. Yeah. And that's another reason why, like with a lot of these white boys, especially the white boys who say that they're moderates. Okay. Let's see how you feel about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Let's see how you feel about Juneteenth. Let's see how you feel about diversity in the workplace. Let's see what you feel about the Crown Act. Yeah, when I start talking about that stuff, oh, I find out how much they hate me. Oh, and it tastes delicious. It's lovely. It's beautiful because it makes sure that I don't like waste any more of my time with them. But with this officer, he was so despicable. Both like in both of the cases that I mentioned, the cause of the black woman, black eye, they just hurt like. Oh, and there are Dr. Ritchie has covered other cases with the same person in charge of the officers, and it's a black man too, a Republican black man, and that's one reason why when people are like, when black men tell me you're supposed to marry a black man, you're supposed to be with a black man. Usually, black men that say that are Republican black men. And then I'm just like, are you kidding me? Why in the world would I want to be stuck with a black man who hates his own people or who are against his own people? They don't appreciate black women. They don't like black, though they want to use a black woman, but they don't like us, appreciate us. No, no. And yes, it's like I I fell for like because Mr. No Heart said he was a liberal. He said like, and at first like talk like he kind of did the Young Turks thing too. He was like, oh yeah, I care about other ethnicities and diversities, and yeah, our country really needs blah 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 blah. He didn't mean any of that. He didn't. All lies. Such a liar. Down the road, I just like, especially when he started saying like the whole grape soda jokes and the guy talking about his black neighbors, the same black neighbors that would have his back whenever he needed like they're like, oh you need that car lifted, oh you need this part, oh you need some help doing this, oh I got you, oh you partake, you want to smoke, okay, like cause yeah they would puff past, it's like they allowed him in that and stuff after helping him. They're like, oh, you need to relax, or you need that. Like, I got you. But it's like over time, the more they helped, the more my ex felt casual with his racist jokes. But then when I would put him on blast and tell them that it was racist, oh, it can't be racist. I'm dating you. That's not how racism works. It's like, so you're just proving you're as stupid and dumb as your mother. Because both of you say she can't be racist because she dated a black man. Mm. It's like there's so many things I want to say about that, but a lot of them are not appropriate. So, yeah. Yeah. But I'm so glad that couple made it through the night. And I hope, like, the difference is the person in charge went to their house and apologized, because especially with the disability community, there are laws, there are things like you can't like you can't just leave, especially like, yeah, disabled community, you just can't leave us in the middle of the road. You cannot do that. Especially like, even if they weren't in a wheelchair or something, if they had even like diabetes and stuff, like if they can't get to their insulin or their medications, and or if their equipment is heavy and or there's a lot in the car and they can't get access to it anymore, like because then now you towed it but now they don't have enough money to get it out the tow, like there's different laws, different things, different ways. So I don't know, it's just Anna from the Young Turks, she doesn't listen to Dr. Ritchie's stories. She doesn't pay attention. She doesn't listen. She doesn't care. I mean, in my opinion, in my opinion, but he's been doing these stories for years. He's been connected to this channel for years. I've listened to so many, and I can relate to so many because I've been through some of the similar the situations or a combination of the things together and stuff. And she is just acting like, oh no, there's reverse racism, there's no racism with black people, like, or I can't talk to black people because I'm too nervous, I'm gonna be because you're, oh. She needs to start watching his channel. She needs to start waking up. because she's falling asleep on the politics. And it's evident. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.